So, dear students, welcome. I could not complete in my previous part the procedure of pedigree method. So, till F3 I could explain. Now I am explaining from F4 generation. What you are doing in F4 generation, that is the fifth year or fifth season. F4 you are growing as you are growing F4 as in F3 you have grown, space planting, progeny rows. As you are saying that I'm interested, maybe different plants have been selected as per objective and other than objective. I'm concentrating my one, maybe this row where I'm growing every year the progeny of that particular plant which I had selected. So growing this, again you are seeing that some red and some blue and black are coming. So you are taking a progeny of only one plant and growing in one row. Again you are getting different types. So you select that one as per your objective from this row. You select that plant, you harvest it. From these rows, these are the other transcript segments. From these rows, as per your wish, you are selecting those transcript segments also. So here I am concentrating about that for which I am interested, having high yield and better cooking quality with aroma. So here I have selected that plant, I have removed that, harvested that separately, and now again in sixth year or sixth season, F5. Now as you are advancing the generation, your homozygosity is increasing on more and more loci. So here you see we are now these progenies are planted in multi rows because you are going to get homozygosity, and you can see you can have better opportunity to judge the material which you are selecting. So here you are growing in multi rows, progenies in many rows, maybe 2, 3, 4 rows of one plant progenies. So you select again superior plant because again you will be getting variation. So you select that plant and again you come to 7th generation or 7th season, that will be your F6. Again you are going to grow as in F5 you have done, here also you are going to do that. So if number of variant in your progeny, one progeny will be reducing in every advanced generation. So here you will be finding that in your rows, progeny row of that plant, there will be few different plants. So now whatever you are going to select here as per your objective, the high yielding and better cooking quality and aroma, if you are selecting in F6 generation, it is hoped that in F7 generation you are going to have homozygosity and homogeneity of the. So you can go for preliminary yield trial. Why? If number of seed is required more, so you can say that you can remove that plant which is variant, other plants can be harvested in bulk in F6 generation in that progeny. Say for example in F6 the progeny of one plant has been grown in 3-4 rows, you select all, you removing that variant type, very few you will be finding because homozygosity being attained here also. So you remove that plant, you can harvest in bulk all the plants, no problem. So here that is why you can go for preliminary yield trial because you are having more seeds. Preliminary yield trial means at station you are going to have trial along with all check varieties, the local check, the zonal check, the national check, all check varieties, the commercial varieties which are very popular. You have to grow along with your new variety. You cannot say, of course, variety. which you have developed till now, till it is not released. So that line we can say. So you can you have to grow your line along with check varieties. That is called preliminary yield trial in randomized block design with replication. So you have to grow it, you have to see its yield potential, compare it with the checks, and then you have to have all the tests. The test for which you have selected, the aroma is there, the cooking quality is how this cooking quality, how is the yield performance, how are the other insect pest resistance, all qualities you have to test here. And if you are finding superior, as I said that we had received in F2 generation a plant, single plant, we were proceeding that, and we have come to this level, and of course it was higher yielder than the IR36. In our station trial, it was having aroma. Of course, the seed was bold, long and bold, longer than IR36, longer than what was that Bihar rice, which we had taken as your aromatic rice. So it was bold than both the varieties, but aroma was there, of course. So we made the preliminary trial. When higher yield performance we got, higher than all the checks, we sent it in 9th to 11th year. We sent it to All India Coordinated Trial, IVT, that is first year. When it was promoted to AVT. But you see here, once your variety is could not be, it was included in Basmati type. Of course, Basmati type has some exact measurement that if you are meeting that quality, how much long, how much fine, how much aroma is there, then only it can be included in that trial. So that is why it was, of course, it was promoted from IVT to AVT1, but it could not be promoted later. So the variety which could not be promoted later, then you can go for state varietal trial. And state varietal trial in different locations of your state, you can have the trials, and if it is found suitable, you can release it as a state variety. So for this variety, we did that. But for other varieties which you are willing to have as a national variety, you go for IVT if promoted first year, second year AVT1 if promoted, and then third year AVT2. It has been conducted, all tests are done by the ICR, All India Coordinated Trial. It is already done and documented. So after that, if it is found suitable in F8 to F10, in F10 itself you go for its identification, which we call a release or identification, identified by the ICR committee. Once it is identified, then you in 12th year or 12th season in F11, you can go for large scale seed multiplication as well as go for release and notification by the Government of India, CVRC, Central Varietal Release Committee. So this is all about this. As I said that our variety which we made could not meet the qualities of Basmati. So it was from Basmati, it was removed. So we made a state trial, and in that it was promoted, and finally it was released as a state variety, and it was notified by the Government of India in 2005, and it was named as, so we tried to have Basmati type, so it was not up to that mark. Higher yielder, of course, in 2005 when we released this variety, it was the highest yielding aromatic. There were no other variety in India which was that much highest yielder with aroma. So it was known as, it was released in 2005, you can say, as a in 2005 as a, you can say, Birshamati. It was released as Virsamati. It was notified by the government of India as a Virsamati in 2005. Of course, since this material was developed in state plan, I was the in charge of ECRIP, All India Coordinated Plan. So I was not involved finally in during the release, in the release proposal. So Virsamati was released, notified by Birsa Agriculture University in 2005. During that days, it was Jharkhand, because in 2000, year 2000, it was separated from Bihar and became Jharkhand. So this is Jharkhand variety, you can say. So this is the way how you are going to develop entirely new variety. It was, by that time, it was the highest yielding for Jharkhand state, and there was no variety in whole India, you can say, during those days having highest yielding potential along with aroma. So you can see, as per our objective, we had reached to our level of. Now we can discuss the merits and demerits of pedigree method. You can very well observe the merits and demerits, because in merits you can say that this gives maximum opportunities to plant breeders to use his skill, because if breeder is selecting the plant every year, definitely he is not going to lose any good outstanding materials. So of course this gives good opportunity to plant breeders to select better types, and because of this, maximum opportunity is there to have better yielding varieties to develop through this method as compared to other methods. Through this method, you can trace back the parental lines of the selected plant clearly, as well as you can see the inheritance pattern of particular trait, which, if you are willing to understand the inheritance of that particular trait, that can also be done. So this is the merit that I can say this is the best breeding method in case of self-pollinate crops. Of course, nowadays some modifications have been made as per your accessibility and other things, but of course this is the best method, you can say, for having a new variety, for developing a new variety. If you talk about demerits, the same thing can be dealt in demerits, because as compared to other techniques, other methods, here the time and efforts of plant breeders is required more. So this is demerit, that plant breeder has to handle large number of population. So how can he devote much more time in individual crosses? So this limits the efforts of the plant breeders. So this is demerit. Of course, if you are working hard, you have to accept this procedure, and you have to have better qualities, better yielding ability lines to develop. And other demerit of this you can say more effort is needed, and there is little that here you are not giving the opportunity for natural selection, because every year the plant breeder is using his skill to select the plants. But sometimes a plant which is required for the environment, that is removed. Whatever selection was being made by nature, natural selection, it is removed, because maybe a plant which was useful for the environment has been rejected by the breeders. So that is also one demerit. And another demerit, you can say, yeah, this is all about one thing more. The pedigree record, keeping pedigree record is also very tedious and troublesome. This also limits the breeding procedure, this pedigree method. So this is all about the breeding procedure, procedure of pedigree method, merits, demerits. And if you talk about achievements, majority, almost maximum varieties in self-pollinate crops have been developed through pedigree method or modified pedigree method, and still it is being used maximum for developing entirely new varieties in self-pollinate crops. This is all about pedigree method of breeding in case of self-pollinate crops. Thanking you very much.